Did you know that over 80% of household issues can actually be fixed by yourself with just about 10-12 basic tools? But the strange thing is, most families only own 3 or 4 tools, and often they are not the right type needed. What is the result? A loose screw, a broken cabinet door, or a simple wall shelf can also make you call a repairman and cost you hundreds of dollars each year. So in this video, we will explore 12 tools that millions of families around the world are relying on in 2026. The interesting thing is, some tools on today's list cost no more than a meal out, but they can help you tackle a multitude of household issues. Some tools are very familiar, but a few at the end of the video might make you wonder, why didn't I buy it sooner? If you had to choose just one tool to have at home, many DIY enthusiasts wouldn't need to think twice: a cordless drill. To put it simply for easier understanding, if the toolbox were a football team, the drill would be the captain who plays in almost every match. Statistics in the DIY community show that over 70% of home repair projects start with a drill. And in reality, it can do much more than you think. A compact drill can help you hang wall shelves, install kitchen cabinets, screw in furniture, drill walls for TV mounts, and even remove a bunch of old screws in just a few minutes. Just for fun, if you do it manually with a screwdriver, it might take you 20 minutes, but with a drill, it only takes 20 seconds. A small tip when buying a drill that many families overlook: choose a common battery system from one brand, because once you have the battery, other tools like an impact driver or electric saw will be much cheaper. Personally, I always recommend beginners choose an 18V or 20V drill, powerful enough for almost everything around the house, yet still compact. Trust me, once you have a drill in hand, you'll start looking at everything in the house and thinking, oh, I can fix this myself. And speaking of driving screws faster and stronger, the next tool on the list is truly a beast for this job. By the way, if you like practical tool content for the family, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I always share things that are truly useful for DIY enthusiasts. If a drill is the first tool you should buy, then an impact driver is the next upgrade that many families find out and don't want to go back. To make it easier to visualize, let me put it this way. A drill is like a versatile sedan. It can do many tasks: drilling, screwing, assembling. But when it comes to driving screws quickly and neatly, the impact driver is like a pickup truck designed for heavy hauling. Impact driver generates torque with each rapid strike. So when driving screws, you'll find it slips the screw head much less. If you've ever encountered situations where the screw head gets stripped, your hand gets tired, the drill spins but the screw doesn't go in, then the impact driver almost completely solves those issues. A fun comparison to help you imagine. If you use a hand screwdriver to drive 30 screws into wood, it might take you 10 to 15 minutes. Drill helps you reduce it to 3-4 minutes. But an impact driver? Sometimes it only takes about 1 minute. Therefore, in the DIY community, there's a well-known saying, drill for drilling holes and impact driver for battling screws. A small tip when purchasing: choose the same battery system as your drill, so you don't have to buy additional batteries and chargers. Trust me, once you have a drill and an impact driver, many household tasks suddenly become much easier. But speaking of the iconic tool in every toolbox, the next item is something almost every household has held at least once. And sometimes, without it, you can't start anything at all. There's something quite interesting. No matter how much tool technology changes, a good hammer remains almost a symbol of every toolbox. Imagine this scene. You open the toolbox, and the first thing you see is a hammer lying there very calmly. No battery, no charging, no user manual needed, but when needed, it always works. That's why, in the list of 12 tools trusted by millions of families, the hammer is almost never absent. The most popular type of hammer among DIY enthusiasts is the framing hammer, weighing around 19-22 ounces. To put it simply, it's heavy enough to drive nails quickly, but still light enough to use for extended periods without tiring your hand. And if you've ever seen titanium hammers, here's an interesting point. They can be about 40% lighter, but still maintain a very strong striking force. In other words, less hand vibration, faster nailing. Personally, I still prefer the classic steel hammer a bit more. It's simple, durable, and feels really good in hand. And actually, a good hammer is not just a tool. It's like the first tap to start a home project. You hammer in the first nail, and suddenly everything starts to take shape. But when it comes to smaller refinements around the house, the next tool is something you'll use even more frequently than a hammer. And almost every household has one, just sometimes not the right type. Oh, and if you also like sharing practical tools for the family like this, just subscribe to the channel. There are still a few more items worth preparing in the toolbox. There's something quite funny. Many people invest in a ton of fancy tools, but when it comes time to tighten a small screw, they end up rummaging through the house looking for a screwdriver. And actually, this happens more often than you think. An average house can have more than 200 screws of various types, from door hinges, cabinet handles, electrical outlets, to small electronics. In other words, screws are every place in your house. Therefore, it is not an exaggeration to say that the screwdriver is the most frequently used tool in the entire toolbox. You might not need a drill every day, but a screwdriver? Sometimes you might need to use it every week. For beginners, just a basic screwdriver set, including Phillips and flathead, is enough to handle most tasks around the house. But if you want to be fully prepared, I always recommend adding Torx, square, and a multi-head screwdriver. Because sometimes, just using the wrong type of screwdriver bit, you'll find yourself helpless in front of a tiny screw. I once tried using a drill for small tasks like this. And honestly, sometimes a manual screwdriver is much more convenient. Compact, precise, no batteries needed, just the kind of tool that saves the day in very everyday situations. But when it comes to tasks that require holding, twisting, or clamping, small things that can't be done by hand, the next tool on the list is almost unbeatable. There is a moment very familiar to DIY enthusiasts. You are fixing something in the house. A stuck screw, a twisted electrical wire, or a small detail deep in the corner that your hand can't reach. And just then you realize, oh, I need a pair of pliers. This is a very interesting type of tool. Usually, you don't think about it much, but when you need it, there's almost no alternative. According to statistics on home repair tasks, about 40% of jobs involving electrical wires or small bolts require pliers. And trust me, just 3 basic types are enough to handle most situations. Needle nose pliers, pointed pliers for getting into tight spots, cutting pliers, extremely compact wire cutting pliers, slip joint pliers, multi-purpose pliers for gripping and twisting. A simple way to visualize it: if a screwdriver is like a person who tightens screws, then pliers are like the super strong hand of a toolbox. It holds, grips, twists, pulls, things that hands can't manage. Personally, I initially only bought a cheap pair of pliers. After a few months, it slipped and didn't grip well. From that, I learned, buy a decent pair of pliers, because you'll use them longer than you think. And speaking of measuring before doing anything in the house, the next tool is something that almost every DIY project has to start with. There's a saying that DIY enthusiasts often joke about: measure twice, cut once. It sounds simple, but trust me, many home repair mistakes start from a measurement that's just a bit off. Just a 1 centimeter mistake. What could happen? The wall shelf doesn't fit, the kitchen cabinet is misaligned, a piece of wood just cut has to be thrown away again. In other words, 1 centimeter sometimes means spending the entire afternoon starting over. So in the toolbox of many families, the tape measure is almost the first tool used in every project. And if you are about to buy one, here is a very practical tip. A 25 feet tape measure, about 7-8 meters, is the most commonly used size. Long enough to measure rooms, walls, and furniture, but still compact enough to fit in your pocket. An interesting fun fact: many professional workers always carry 2 measuring tapes. It's not because they like collecting them, but because tape measures are very easy to lose while working. Or sometimes it's simply that. You just finished measuring, and when you turn back, someone in the house has already borrowed it. Personally, I always keep one in the toolbox and one in the kitchen drawer, because the reality is, you will use the tape measure more than you think. But after measuring and preparing to cut the material, the next tool on the list is a compact yet extremely powerful one. And trust me, you'll use it almost every week. Oh, and if you like this kind of practical tool sharing for the family, feel free to subscribe to the channel. There are still a few very useful items in the toolbox ahead. There is a tool in the toolbox that many people initially underestimate, but after buying it, they realize, why do I keep using this all the time? That is the utility knife, a versatile cutting tool. A small knife costing around $0.15 can do tasks that you will encounter almost every week at home. Opening boxes, cutting plastic packaging, cutting cardboard, cutting carpets, cutting thin plastic, and even lightly trimming excess wood edges. If a drill is like a construction machine, then a utility knife is like MacGyver's pocket knife. Small, always ready, and handle trivial tasks extremely quickly. Not to mention, if you keep a utility knife at home, you might find yourself wondering after just a few days why you didn't buy one sooner. Personally, I always choose the quick change type. Because a dull blade makes cutting much more difficult, just like trying to cut a tomato with a dull knife, it's extremely frustrating. And to be honest, we have 3 box cutters at home. One in the toolbox, one in the kitchen, one, I don't know who took it. But after cutting everything, sometimes you will have to work in extremely dark corners. And at that moment, the next tool on the list is something that many people only remember when it's too late. There is a tool that many people don't think of when building a toolbox, until one day you are fixing something under the sink, or behind the washing machine, or in the garage when it's dark. And you realize something very simple. You can't see anything at all. Believe me, almost everyone who has done DIY for a while has been in this situation. According to some studies on the work environment, good lighting can help increase work efficiency by about 40%. It's understandable. If you're trying to catch a screw in a dark corner, no matter how fancy your drill is, you'll still be fumbling around like you're playing blindfolded tag. That's why headlamps or work lights are something that many families, after buying them, say, "Why didn't we buy this sooner?" Headlamp has an extremely simple, yet extremely valuable advantage. Your hands are free. No need to hold the phone as a flashlight while screwing in a screw. Many people are probably familiar with that scene. Personally, I always keep a flashlight in the toolbox, because situations that require it often occur in the evening or in the darkest corners of the house. But after seeing everything clearly, sometimes you need a tool that can tighten or loosen various types of bolts. And that is the next tool, one of the most versatile items in the entire toolbox. There is a type of tool that is very suitable for those who prefer simplicity but effectiveness. No need to carry a whole toolbox, just one tool can handle many tasks, and that is the adjustable wrench. If you're not familiar with it, imagine this. A regular set of wrenches can have 6-10 different sizes to fit each type of bolt, but an adjustable wrench only requires turning a small knob, and it can change the opening instantly. A good adjustable wrench can replace about 5-6 different sizes of wrenches. That is, instead of carrying a bunch of bulky wrenches, you only need one. That's why many families always keep one in the toolbox or even in the kitchen drawer. The tasks it usually handles: tightening bolts on faucets, adjusting table legs or washing machine legs, removing metal joints, quickly fixing various small things around the house. A small tip that DIY enthusiasts often share: choose one that is about 8-10 inches, large enough to handle bolts around the house but still compact enough to hold with one hand. Personally, I like the adjustable wrench because it makes so much sense. No need to guess the size, no need to try each wrench. Just give it a slight twist, and it will fit perfectly. But speaking of the small details that every household encounters when assembling furniture, the next tool on the list is something you'll see a lot when unboxing new items. Oh, and if you like practical tool sharing that is easy to apply at home, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. There are still a few extremely useful items to prepare in the If you've ever bought furniture to assemble yourself, especially those IKEA-style items, then you must have encountered the tiny hex key in the box. And to be honest, it's usually not a very pleasant experience. It is estimated that more than 60% of modern furniture, from desks, bookshelves, gaming chairs, to beds, use Allen bolts. The problem is the small key they usually provide in the box. Tiny, painful to hold, and it takes about 50 turns to tighten one screw. If you've ever assembled a large table with that key, you'll understand the feeling of a free wrist workout. That's why many families, after doing DIY for a while, end up buying a nice set of Allen keys. A folding set of Allen keys or a T-handle can help you tighten screws 3 to 4 times faster than the small key in the box. And the good thing is, it's also extremely compact. A small set can contain 8-10 different sizes, enough for almost all the furniture in the house. Personally, I always keep a set of Allen keys in the toolbox, because whenever new furniture is delivered, there's a high chance you'll need it 10 minutes later. But after finishing the furniture assembly, sometimes you encounter another issue. There are tasks in the house that simply don't have a nearby power outlet, and that's when the next tool on the list becomes extremely useful. There is a very funny rule in all home repair jobs. The nearest outlet is almost always the farthest away. You want to drill outside, the power outlet is inside the house. You want to cut wood in the garage, the power outlet is on the other side. And that's when you realize a good extension cord is sometimes more important than the tool you're holding. A 1-2 gauge extension cord can safely power most household tools, such as drills, saws, vacuum cleaners, and lawnmowers. Simply put, 12 gauge is like a small highway strong enough to provide stable power for electric tools. And here's a tip that many DIY beginners don't know. Instead of buying a 100 feet about 30 minus long wire, 250 feet wires are usually much more convenient. Why? Easy to roll up, easy to carry, less prone to tangling like headphones in a pocket. Personally, I once bought a 100 feet cable. After a few months, I found that rolling it up was like wrestling with a rubber python. From there, I switched to 250 feet cords. Life became much easier. And when you have all the tools for home repairs, there's still one last extremely important item. Doesn't help you drill faster. Doesn't help you tighten screws better. But it can protect you from the accidents that every DIY enthusiast has encountered at least once. By the way, if you're also gradually building a toolbox for your family, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. The last tool on this list might be the most important of all. Before concluding the list of 12 tools trusted by millions of families in 2026, there's one thing I want to slow down and talk about a bit. This last tool doesn't help you drill faster, doesn't help you tighten screws better, but it can protect you from the very common accidents that can happen when doing DIY. That is safety gear, protective equipment. According to many statistics in the DIY field, nearly 90% of minor home injuries involve the eyes and hands. It sounds simple, but imagine this. A small piece of wood flying out when drilling, a small metal shard when cutting a screw. Just a moment is enough to cause trouble. That's why many seasoned DIYers always have 3 very basic items in their toolbox: safety glasses, work gloves, and a small first aid kit. And actually, the price of all 3 of these things is usually just the cost of a meal out. But it's value, you understand. Personally, when I first started DIY, I also overlooked these things. After a few times when wood splinters hit the glass, I realized, yeah, this is really worth buying. DIY is very fun. Fixing something in the house always brings a great sense of satisfaction. But preparing safely beforehand is always a smart choice. If you find this list of 12 tools useful, remember to subscribe to the channel. I still have many videos sharing tools that are truly worth having for every household. And I'm also very curious, which tool from today's list do you use the most at home? After going through 12 tools that millions of families relied on in 2026, you might notice something quite interesting. Most of these tools are neither complicated nor too expensive. Even many items cost no more than a few cups of coffee. But when you use them at the right time and for the right tasks, they can help you. Fix many things in your house yourself, save hundreds of dollars on hiring professionals each year, and more importantly, give you a sense of control over your home. In fact, with just the first 6-8 tools on this list, you can handle most basic DIY tasks around the house. And that's also the reason why many families around the world always prepare a simple yet smart toolbox. Now, I'm quite curious. Among the 12 tools today, which one do you use the most at home? Or is there a tool that you find extremely useful, but not many people know about? Please share in the comments section. Practical experiences from the community often help many others. If you like this kind of content, practical tools, easy to apply for the family, and making DIY simpler, then remember to subscribe to the channel. This video is made for the purpose of sharing information and reference experience. Each home repair task can carry different levels of risk, so you should read the user manual for each tool, follow safety guidelines, and if unsure, consider seeking help from a professional. Every choice of purchasing or using tools should be made based on personal assessment and your actual needs. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video, and I will see you in the next video.